draft needs for the Eagles. They cannot leave the 2024 selection meeting without addressing what?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, don't even go to the draft, the Eagles. You guys are good enough. You got enough good players. I mean, damn, you got an all-star team. I'm sick of it. My NFC East rivals, the Eagles, I mean, they're perfectly formulated. They really are. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing how damn good they are. Safety's not even an issue anymore. Because they got the kid Sidney Brown they drafted out of Illinois. He'll be healthy and ready to go. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. They got Reed Blankenship, so I don't even feel bad about that. I think there's one position I look on the team and go, they definitely can use an infusing of young player there. And I don't know, that might be a Simmsism, infusing, but I'm throwing it in there.
No, I think you're good. You're
good. All right.
Accidentally.
But the cornerback, that would be the position I would look at, that they could look at. There's nothing that you look at right now, you go, ooh, they're desperate. This second, they need to get this position. But Bradbury didn't play great last year. Darius Slay, I want to say, is going to year 12, right? So they got to start thinking not only of the future, but I think it's an area that they could use a little improvement in. So I look at corner as being that number one thing they got to get in this draft.
I agree with you. These are all luxury picks.
It's incredible.
Could trade down and stockpile picks for next year, but they might be in the same spot next year. They really are loaded. It makes their collapse down the stretch even more glaring when you consider how loaded they are.
Yeah.
I'm not thrilled with their backup quarterback options. I'm not with Kenny Pickett. They've already given up draft pick capital to get him from the Steelers. As you've said, they don't want anyone too good behind Jalen Hurts, because then you have a controversy, and they don't want that because they're all in with Jalen Hurts. But how do I feel about this team if Hurts gets injured? That's the big question mark. And I would feel better if they had a better backup quarterback. Not that you go out and you draft one and develop one and he's ready to go as a rookie. I don't think with these guys they added Will Grier recently. Tanner McKee is on the third string. Kenny Pickett locked in at number 2. That's what causes this season to go sideways if you have an injury to Jalen Hurts that actually is acknowledged and acted upon, unlike last year's knee injury that everybody knew he had, but they never disclosed. So that's my big concern. What happens if Hurts gets injured? I wish they had a better backup quarterback, but I don't think that's something you fix this year.
No.
But I would at least consider who's there when I get into some of the later rounds. Who's still left? Does he have a skill set that matches Jalen Hurts, and would he be a good replacement? So I don't need 2 separate playbooks, one for Hurts and one for Kenny Pickett. I want a guy that's more seamlessly aligned to be the backup to Jalen Hurts. But again, it might not be something this year, but think about next year. Hey, at least you have that guy in the pipeline. They don't have a guy really in the pipeline who can be long-term backup to Jalen Hurts. And I feel like you need to have that position protected. You're stocked across the board. You need to have a good insurance policy when your most important player gets injured, if he does.
I think Kenny Pickett's going to be good backup. I'll disagree with you there. Where I think he's viable. He's played some ball. It's not going to be perfect. Yeah, he doesn't run like Jalen Hurts. I hear you there. But he is a pretty good athlete. I mean, he'll be able to keep the ball around the edge every now and then. They're not going to do quarterback design runs to the same capacity and stuff like that. But I think with them making that move, they're kind of saying, like, hey, we like this. We're comfortable with this. We think if Jalen gets hurt, offense might not be exactly the same, but we think he can run the offense with this type of football team, and we'll still be okay, right? But, do they decide they want more of the Jalen Hurts type of guy in the system? Yeah, maybe they do that. Maybe they could. I could see that. I don't think it's a crazy thought, Mike.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.